Welcome guys to a brand new video on One Punch Man World. So like I mentioned, I will be releasing a bunch of guides on how to build characters. I recently made a general guide on how or what's the important stats for each individual SSR character all in one video, so go ahead and check it out before you watch this video. In this video we're going to be specifically focused on Zombieman. I've already released a video for Terrible Tornado, the best stats, the best impressions and whatnot. Now I'm actually going to improve the video a little bit because I want to make it more structured. So when it comes to Zombieman, you should understand his main kit, but there's a bunch of misinformation with Zombieman. A lot of people are saying he loses HP, which is technically true. He does lose HP. However, he has 2 HP bars, which a lot of people don't actually notice. His first HP bar is the one that allows him to, generally lose his own HP using his skills. But once you get to like 1 out of your remaining HP, no more HP is consumed, and now you have to switch into your different form. But even if you take damage, you don't die. A lot of people say he becomes immune to damage, which isn't true. He has a second HP bar that you can't see, but that is actually taking damage. Every time you get hit, his second HP bar goes down. So your overall base, like maximum HP, does reduce as time goes on and as you get hit. So he doesn't actually recover his HP. He just, well, technically, yeah, it doesn't really recover HP in that sense that a lot of people want to, describe him as. He has 2 HP bars. One of them is the one that gets consumed. And there's another bar where it's your general HP bar. So yeah, that's a common misconception with Zombieman. So obviously his kit, there is a best way to play him, which is use his axe and gun form first, which you consume all of his HP, quote unquote, and then when you don't have enough HP anymore and you can't use your skills, you switch over to the full gun version. And then his third skill actually does insane amount of damage when you're switching from the axe and gun to the gun only. So you always have to make sure you deliver the attack correctly, because this is a huge DPS, and if you miss it, it's over. So this one over here, it does insane damage. If you miss this, you guys just wasted the huge chunky damage. So when you switch over that, when you do this ability, you then switch over to your dual gun and whatnot. So yeah, that's how you use him. Essentially use this one to consume his HP. You can use the second one to block, but sometimes I just press it just to deal damage so that I can just keep rotating his skills. However, you can time this appropriately. As you can see over there, when the enemy attacks you, you can press your R, and you can press the skill, and then it basically just launches back at the enemy, which is good. Anyways, that's how you use him. Essentially that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay, going over to how to build him. So first of all, you go over to his potential, gains attack equal to 45% of composure attack. So in terms of priority list for his stats, it's going to go like this. So if you go over to his stats, the priority list is crit rate first, followed by crit damage, followed by composure attack. Those are the 3 main important stats. If you guys have played Genshin Impact, a lot of characters have really like focus priority stats, which is like crit rate, crit damage, and then elemental damage or something like that. So in this game for Zombieman, it is essentially crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, same priority honestly, and then followed by composure reduction, the stats you can get. Now your memory will give you those stats. So if you go over to memories and wheel, they have their own individual like stats. So there's assault attack, and there's like the storm stuff. If we go over to this one, there's defense, overpowered attack. Now obviously with the substats that are important for him, since he is, I don't know what this element is called, but make sure this is overpowered, so it's not going to work for him. So you need to find the correct one for him. So is it this one? Moral? Is that who he is? Because the shape looks the same. Yeah, I think he's Moral. Oh no, that's Saitama. That's Saitama's one. So if you're looking for like substats that are important, look for the elemental one, or you can just go with straight attack. You can go no wrong with that. However, composure is very, very important. So when you're going for stats for memories as well, also look at the overall memory stats bonus. And the main important one for him is the composure one, which is, if you go over to attack, I believe it's not this one, it is the, oh no, it's the special one, it's the raid break. This one over here is very, very important to him. Very, very important to him. Plus, there is, yeah, that is very important to him. Plus you also have to make sure you have his own his own, which is the Infinite Pursuit. You want to have level 3 of this, level 3, so you can get 12% damage bonus. And then you also want to make sure you have the Raid Break, and then for substats are important, crit rate, crit damage as well. Oh, and sorry, for other memories that you can use, crit ones as well. So the crit ones are the Penetrating Eye, as you can see. You can get this all the way to level 2, 20%, or you can go with level 3. You don't have to go all the way to level 4. In terms of ratio, it's a 1-to-2 ratio you're aiming for. So with me, for Zombieman, I'm going to be aiming for at least a 50% crit rate, and then for crit damage as high as I can, and then for composure reduction as high as I can. So those are my 3 main important stats for him, guys. And then when it comes to memory stats, you want to make sure it's the one that gives him composure reduction, and yeah, because that basically gives him attack as well from his normal, so from his SSR exclusive quantity. So gain attack equal to 45% of composure attack. You don't have to actually give him attack stat, but you can't, it's not really bad, but composure attack stat will be better. So yeah, that is how you want to build him when it comes to memory. And in terms of the will, you can use the Penetrating Eye, because you can increase the crit rate. So Penetrating Eye, as well as what does this one do? No, what does the will do? Not this one's at the bottom. Is there anyone for like crit damage? Greatly increased? No, you don't really need that one. Let's just quickly go through this actually. Sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff. We don't need this one, by the way. This is definitely no. Mind Reader. Oh yeah, Mind Reader is the crit damage one, right? Yeah, okay, there you go. So Mind Reader and Penetrating Eye. Those are the 2 ones you would use for the will. And then for memory, you make sure it's his own one, and then making sure you also get some for the Mind Reader and Penetrating Eye. So that's how you build him when it comes to memories and wills. Now for his impression arm, they give you a free SSR selector that you can use for impression. I use that to get his home. Now the reason why I did that is because he is an insane DPS character. He's my main DPS. I use him every single time, so getting his SSR impression worked for me. It's a good one as well, especially with composure reduction as well when needed, which is good. And this is for the entire of the match, so all allies gain might until the end of the battle, granting them 40% of Zombieman's composure reduction stat. And this is going to be very, very good when you're using other characters that do composure stuff. Is that why people were saying he is good? Yeah, that's why. That's why a lot of people are running Genos and him together, so that the composure stat will be better for Metal Knight. Anyways, I will make a separate video on them. But yeah, that is it regarding. So in terms of what you require, sometimes you might need heals if you're going against like a debuff and they debuff you and you get stunned and over time you take damage. You might need heals, but you don't need this every single time. So then there's the SR one that you can use instead. So the SR one is actually pretty good as well. But I went with the SSR one when it comes to its impressions. Taking a look at the potential, I didn't take a look at the potential for Terrible Tornado in my last video, which I do apologize. But to be honest, actually I did take a look at it. I only looked at the first one. I didn't look at the rest because it's expensive. But when it comes to Zombieman, since he's a standard banner character, if you lose 50-50, you will be getting, well, there's a chance of you getting his potential. Now his first one isn't really that good, I'm not gonna lie. In Life Burst state, the recovery speed bonus for the cooldown of all skills increased by 50 to 100%. It's good. It's not like, yo, you need a must have. Like in terms of all the other characters, the standard banner characters, their potential one, he is definitely the best. Sonic has the best potential one, which I already have. Anyways, that is okay. Impression is potential 2, raid break limit. So this allows you to have a better build because now you require less raid break memory memory. So you can give yourself a different memory. So this basically means level limit plus 3. Actually, wait, is that? Actually, I probably misunderstood what this is actually. Yeah, ignore that. Next one, when users mounted Quake increase the ability damage by 15%. This effect can be stacked 3 times. This is actually good because this, like I said, the Mountain Quake is the main like huge DPS from his third skill. So increasing the damage is actually pretty good. We're gonna stop there because any more is just like, yeah, ludicrous. So we're not gonna focus on that. So crit rate, crit damage, composure, attack. Making sure you have his own mechanics as well, or his own memory as well. Very, very important. So yeah, this is currently mine. I have not focused on his impressions. I keep repeating that. Yeah, I could definitely improve on this. All I do is press equip all. I don't recommend doing that, but right now, actually, I need to start focusing on memory because I recently got to level 50. The next time I can basically go all the way to merit 12, I will need level 55. I will not be getting that tomorrow. I will not be getting that in 3 days. So maybe, actually, I will probably get that in 3 days. But that means I can technically start farming memory chips because I'm going to be in merit 11 for a while. So yeah, I might as well start farming that. So yeah, eventually I'll start farming his merit so that I can, not merit, farm his memory so that we can make him stronger. But he's not going to be my main focus. It's actually going to be Speed of Sound Sonic. Actually, no, he should be my main focus. It's my main DPS character, as well as Hatsumaki. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Stay tuned for more content. Like I said, today's video, I'm going to be releasing builds. I already released one for the Terrible Tornado. I released, well, this is Zombieman's one. The next one is going to be Speed of Sound Sonic. I might just do all of them in one day, actually, depending on how much time I have. But the order is Zombieman next, well, this one, then Speed of Sound Sonic, followed by Saitama, followed by Metal Knight, followed by Genos, followed by Silverfang, Pro Prisoner, and then last will be Hellish Blizzard, which I don't have, but the reason why I have this is because of the mission. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.